Yo, what's up? So I wanted to talk you through the major chords of Joyner Lucas's The War. Alright, so there's a pretty cool guitar part in this tune. It's really based on just 4 chords. You have a G sharp minor, you have an E flat minor, you have an E major, and then there's this passing chord, which is a G diminished. Now, when he's playing the diminished chord, the guitar player on this track is actually only playing the tritone, as far as I can hear. So you have the 5th fret of the D string with your index finger. You have the 6th fret of the G string with your ring finger, playing that tritone, which back in the Middle Ages they called the Diabolus in Musica, the devil in music. And then there's one guitar part that's just playing the triads there, palm muted, so you have your palm against the bridge and you're just playing those arpeggios. And then for the diminished, you're doing the same thing. So that's the guitar part, the first guitar part. The second guitar part arpeggiates these chords with 1, 3, 5. So the root, the 3rd, and the 5th. So it starts with the G sharp minor. You have the 6th fret of the D string, the 9th fret of the D string, and the 8th fret of the G string, arpeggiating these still with palm muting, so it would sound like this. So you're getting all the notes, and it's really palm muted. It's a very staccato kind of, almost like a Latin music feel. The second chord is an E flat minor chord. So you're going to take that same shape, but move it onto the A string and do 6, 9, and the 8th fret here is going to be on the D string. So moving between those two, you have, so that's going to be the order. Then we hold the E major triad, which is the 3rd chord, a little bit longer. So, so the pattern goes 7 on the A, 6 on the D, 9 on the D, 9 on the G, back to 9 on the D, 6 on the D, and then 7 on the A. Now it's unclear what the second guitar is playing on the diminished chord that comes afterwards, but I think it's something based on that diminished pattern. So you have 5, 8 would be diminished, 6, 9 on the G string. That would be the diminished arpeggio. So 5, 8, 6, 9, 8, 9, 6, 8, 5, something like. So all together it would sound something like this. And that part's repeated throughout the song. My hunch is that they looped that part. The guitar player probably only played it once or twice. They got a good take and they stuck with it. That's what a lot of beats do in this style. The other thing that you'll hear if you're listening to the record is this cool little R&B pattern with double stops near the end of the track. Here, what the guitar player is doing is barring the 4th fret of the G and the B strings. And again, a lot of palm muting, so it's almost totally blocked out, and hammering on to the 5th fret of B and the 6th fret of G, so altogether it sounds like this. It's a little tricky, and then adding to that a little slide, so you're hammering on from barring the 4th fret, hammering on to the 5th fret of B and the 6th fret of G. Very common kind of R&B cliche. And then sliding that up 2 frets with this little. Now you have to listen to the record to get the actual phrasing of it, because that doesn't